Did it at least go live? I hope it did. Yeah. All right, are you guys there? Are you there? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? What's up, Janelle Griego? How you doing, George Fleming? Jeremy Noling's in the house. What's up, Nathaniel Banks? How are you? Jennifer Jaskell, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. As you can see, we live, George Fleming. That's right, we live. What's up, John Coltonborn? As you can see, John Robertson, how are you? We are here in my basement. That's right. Uh-oh, my wife just went off her iPhone. I don't know why she did that. That's right. Hey, what's up, Carolyn Carter? How you doing, Vicky Everett? As you can see, we are live in my basement, Travis Flaherty, whereas normally down here, I'm not able to get signal. So normally we're not able to do a show from right here at the Lundy homestead. But we did add some extended power stuff, extended Wi-Fi stuff to where we're able to do that now. My wife's like doing stuff with the Bluetooth upstairs, and she keeps popping in and out of my headphones. But man, the holiday must have got me. The holiday must have got me. I'm going to make a confession this morning. Everybody's in here for my confession. Oh man, but I got to make a confession this morning. So somehow my brain, when my alarm went off at 3:50 this morning, my brain, what's up, Amanda Sanner? How you doing, Michael Guthrie, Brad Smith? My brain was like, hey dude, it's Sunday. You don't have to get up yet. Go back to sleep. Sleep another sleep cycle. Sleep in a little bit. Something like that. Thanks, John Caltamore, and I'm glad it's working good. So I turned off my alarm, went back to bed, all of that stuff. So did my wife. And so my wife just woke me up. She just woke me up less than 10 minutes ago. My wife just woke me up. Hi, Liza Myers-Borges, just Rick Tamburino, Ben St. Louis, Scott Simons, the whole Carter Myers Automotive Group. What's up, Cameron Goss? My man. So my wife woke me up 10 minutes ago. She's like, Glenn, what are you doing? Don't you have a show today? I'm like, no, it's Sunday. She's like, Glenn, it's Monday. I'm like, oh my gosh. How you doing? Gowler, Emily Gowler. I'm like, oh my gosh, it is Monday, and all of my rides and grinders are going to be waiting for me, so I better hop on, and luckily, I've got good Wi-Fi down here. Hi, Joanna Cooper Hamilton. So what we're going to do today is a little bit different. What we're going to do today is my friend Sean Hayes. I don't know if you've ever followed Sean Hayes, or if you follow Sean Hayes, Sales Hustler, so on and so forth, but Sean Hayes does Q&A. He does a Q&A where you can ask a question in the comments, and he'll answer the questions. You can ask him questions about his family. You can ask him questions about his job. You can ask him questions about anything you want, and he'll answer them. So that's what you and I are going to do. Now, later today, I will be going into the office, and I'll probably do another episode because there's some Christmassy stuff that I want to cover. There's some Christmassy stuff that I want to take care of that I really want to talk about later today. So I'll probably do an episode maybe around 8:30, somewhere right around there, where I'll do a full production episode. But this morning, what I want to do is share the morning with you, raw and real, right? Like we talked about last week, raw and real from the basement of the Lundy estate. That's right. I love this place. We haven't quite done that yet. Rick, I've got this hoodie too. I love it. So drop your questions in the comments. I'll read through. I'll try to keep up with them and answer anything that you might have. Querna, what's up, Twanged? Oh, the basket ladies. Yeah, drop a comment in there and we'll do that. Hey, man, I've been having a lot of fun while you guys are dropping questions in there. I've been having a ton of fun with my kids. Right? My kids every year, well, not every year, we started last year this tradition where I take each kid to shop for their siblings, right? For their brothers and sisters. So Savannah will go and get a present for each of her brothers and sisters, right? Did you leave out naked on purpose? Did I change it? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. JoJo. Did I leave out naked? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. But no, so my kids, each kid will pick a gift for each of their siblings, right? Which is super, super cool. They all get a ton of extra gifts by doing this, and I get to take them, and we get to go one on one. It's just dad and the kids. And so last night I went with Willow I'm like, Willow, what do you want to get for your brothers and sisters? She's like, boom, Fisher wants a dinosaur, we got to get him a dinosaur. Joel wants a wallet, we got to get him a wallet. Savannah wants a onesie from Justice. We got to get her a onesie from Justice. Meredith wants this. She just knows exactly what her brothers and sisters want. And so we go out last night and we just absolutely crush it. And I thought it was interesting because it's like that with all the kids, right? Like all of the kids, the shopping experience. Oh, there we go. To raw and real. Got it. Yes. No more naked. It was just blew my mind how well the kids knew each other, how quick they were able to make decisions for them. Like shopping wasn't a stressful thing anymore. They weren't worried about whether or not their brother or sister was going to like it because they knew their brothers and sisters. Like they had that connection. They spent that time with them. They were so certain in their decisions. I just thought, man, this is incredible. This is incredible. How much easier it is if we really spend time, develop the relationships and get to know the people that we say that we love. Hey, Ray Hatcher, appreciate that picture, that Santa picture of you and the Rise and Grind Planner. Do you guys have no questions for me? I don't see any questions. Not one. Here I am, real and raw, in the basement of my house, 5:30 in the morning. I just told you that I woke up late. You have this opportunity to punch me in the face with anything, catch me off guard, interact, ask a question you've always wanted to know. Here's your opportunity. And so far, all I got is all of you guys saying good morning to each other, which I do love that. What's the biggest difference between working with several dealers versus one team of people every day? Wow. The biggest difference working with several dealers, well, of course you've got geographical things, right? For example, I have some dealers in Louisiana. And in Louisiana, they still have a lot of geographical things going on. They still have a lot of things that are going on in that area ever since Hurricane Katrina that just completely reshaped the economy down there. So you learn, the economy's thriving, right? The United States economy is thriving. However, the economy in New Orleans, in those areas, is still just getting back on its feet. And so you have that dynamic, but then I've also got another dealer that's in, what city are they in? They're in Missouri. So I have another dealer that's in Missouri that's just absolutely thriving. The economy's thriving. Everybody's bumping. Everybody's moving. And so just a different dynamic. Then I got another dealer that's in California, that's in that area where the fires were last year, the big Paradise fires. And 1 out of every 3 people lost their homes in that area. And so we've got a dealership that's struggling to continue to generate. They had a big rush of cars a year ago when everybody whose cars burned down in the fire, everybody had to go buy a car, right? So they had a big rush. And then now everybody's like had a new car for just a year. So it's a little bit different, So that's the biggest difference is the geographical stuff really does. There really is differences in geographies just as far as the economy goes, and then shifting that mindset of that particular dealer and getting them to step out of that, understand that we don't have to allow the immediate environment to control and dictate our economy as far as our businesses, getting them to understand that and then implementing the changes and the things that we need to put into place so that they can be successful. Make sense? All right, cool. I'm flipping through here, See. John Coltonborn, best Christmas memory. That's an interesting one. Man, isn't it crazy how our brains can immediately go to like the negative? Like I remember some bad Christmas memories. I guess my best Christmas memory. Wow, I have a lot of good ones with my kids. I'm trying to think like way back though, like with my mom, um, and my stepdad. Those were always good Christmases. See, the thing is, we grew up middle class, right? Like lower little like middle class. We never starved, but we never had anything really in abundance. And so Santa was just a big deal at our house, right? Like Santa was a really big deal at our house, and we used to wake up. My sister and I, we just couldn't go to sleep, and then we'd wake up so early, like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and we'd start tiptoeing downstairs. And I remember as we would tiptoe around that corner, and all the lights would be on the tree in a house that was normally just enough, all of a sudden was covered in abundance. The stockings were filled, all of the presents under the tree would just shimmer and glimmer, the light would shine off of them. And I remember in those days, just for that one day a year, the abundance. That was never normally there, right? It was just over the top. It was incredible. And so I remember those mornings. And then I also remember my friend James, my good friend James Sims. See, his family did have a lot of money. They had a lot more money than I did. And so James would always get the coolest toy, right? He would get a new remote control car. He would get a Nintendo or a Sega Genesis, a gaming station. He would get the newest, the latest, and the greatest. And he would get a lot of money on Christmas. He would always get money from his family members for Christmas. And James used to always take me later in the day. He would take me to the mall, or the next day or whatever. He would take me to the mall, and he would buy me whatever that latest, greatest, coolest toy was that he got. He would go buy one for me so that I would have one too. So I remember that as well. So my parents really just put the joy in our hearts with the abundance and how good like that felt in those days. And then my friend James would come over the top and make the experience even better. Emily says, when are you going to paint that basement? Emily, this house is 8,500 square feet. We've been here about 3 months. We've built a bathroom. We did that, served 43 people for Thanksgiving. We got people coming for Christmas. So as far as when will we paint this basement? When it becomes a priority. Right now, it's downstairs. We use the space sparingly. That's when we'll paint the basement. Or you're welcome to come paint it yourself, young lady. I'm trying to run a business here. You got it? Uh-oh, it won't let me scroll. Oh, man. Are the chains still on your beverage bucket? Yes, the chains are still on my beverage bucket. Gail B. Craft. Man, if I missed your question, drop it back in. It won't let me scroll that far up. What are 3 personal and professional goals for 2020? 3 personal and professional goals for 2020. Professional goal is I want to be I don't want to. I am going to be a best-selling author in 2020. I have been saying this for about a decade that I will be a best-selling author by the time I turn 43 years old. So that is on the agenda. I've got 4 books that I've outlined, written, and they're basically ready. I just have to decide which one we're going to launch with. I do have a Jason Garrett's getting fired for sure. I do have a contract with a agency, a publishing agency, Dupree Miller, and so we just got to figure out which book we want to rock and roll with and go forward. I also have a goal that all of my dealers that I work with in 2020, I'm currently working with 34 dealerships. My goal is that 80% of my 34 dealerships increase at least 30% year over year. Does that make sense? I want 8 out of 10 of the dealers I work with to increase 30% year over year from the moment they start working with me till a year later, and then hopefully we can continue from there. So that's also a goal of mine career-wise. My third career goal is I really want to hit some stages next year. I really want to rock the stages. I want to hit the all the different automotive conferences, and any other stages that I can hit. Like I really want to work on my game, my speaking game, and I want to ultimately give a TED talk that can hopefully go out there and change the world. So I know I need to practice the speaking thing on stages in front of people so that I can just over deliver on that TEDx. I mean, I'll over deliver on the rest, but you know what I mean. Have you decided on which book you're rolling out? No, I have not decided yet. So as far as those are my three professional goals. Three personal goals is I want 200. I am going to have breakfast and dinner with my kids 250 times in 2020. That's right, 250 times I will have breakfast and dinner. Like on the same day, I will have breakfast and dinner. I also have a personal goal of riding my Peloton 250 days in 2020 as well. And the reason I make it 250 days, I would do a full 365, but I got to make it 250 because I got a lot of travel because I'm going to be doing all of those speaking things. So I don't want to set myself up for failure as far as that goes. So the Peloton 250 days with my wife and my kids, breakfast and dinner. And then also my goal for 2020 is to make sure that we are in a position to where when I turn 43 years old, we can be debt-free in the year of 43. Okay, I want to clarify that because we're not going to, it's not debt-free by the time I'm 43. It's debt-free at 43, and I want that to include this house with a painted basement and everything. So those are my three personal goals: health, wealth, and of course my relationship with my family is the most important thing. Tony says, how do you keep dealers focused on the process and prevent the shiny object syndrome? Well, that's the thing, Tony, is that dealers, general managers, owners, leaders, those of us in the car business, we are kind of shiny object types of people. We like the shiny object. We like to check that out over there. We like to check that over there. And here's the thing. So many people try to knock that out of our personalities when the reality is that's who we are. It's how we're made. It's what makes us great. Our ability to shift and to pivot and to change is actually an asset. So instead of stopping or trying to get people to stop having that shiny object quality, instead of trying to get people to stop, we just have to embrace and understand that it exists, right? We have to embrace, when are you going to make that video talk? It's coming. You have to embrace and understand the personality type of the leaders that you have in the room, and then you have to make sure that the support staff, and you have to make sure that there's people in place to keep the checks and balances, right? It's like the judicial system and the legislative system. You have to have checks and balances. See, what I see a lot of dealers do, I see a lot of dealers try to instill their personality, the way they like to do things, into their leaders, which actually stifles their growth if their leader doesn't have the same personality. Give you an example, okay? I'm gonna give you an example. I am a flamingo, as they say, right? I'm a high I. I'm an inspirer. I like to socialize. I like to inspire. I like to engage. I like to shake hands. I'm a people person. That's my style. However, another style, there's other people like my wife, right? My wife is more of she's a turtle, right? Slow, methodical systems organization. That's what she likes. So if my wife tries to make me do all of the systems organization slow and methodical, it stifles me. I'm not in my comfort zone. It's not where I'm at. It's not what I do best, right? If I try to make her come right here, right now, go live with you and be all social and engaging and so on and so forth, not her deal, not her dig, right? So instead, we support each other. So keeping dealers on track just has to deal with accountability, making sure they're in the right seats, and making sure that you're allowing them to their personal personality types to thrive. You guys, it's not letting me scroll back. There's so many comments in here that it won't let me scroll back. So I know I'm missing a few questions. Just so many of you guys are commenting at the same time. And so it only lets me scroll back so far. So right now all I can see, if you dropped a question earlier, it's gone. Gail and Vicky says something. Vicky Everett, his willpower is pretty strong. On about day 357 now, I'm betting they are still there. Yes, the drinks are still there. The chains are still there. That's right. Get on him, Emily. No excuses. It's not an excuse, buddy. It's just not a priority at all. Painting these walls is zero priority at this time. Like zero. We may get this basement together in the next 18 months. Glenn Lundy, what is the best way to change people's mindset? What is the best way to get a whole team on the same page to do new things, to evolve with the current ways of doing business? I have a lot of old school car guys on my team and they fight change. Michael Mills, man, really the best way is to get them a hashtag Rise and Grind planner and get them to start watching hashtag Rise and Grind every single day. Really? That's the best way? Ask Kevin Stroh-Snyder. His team watches hashtag Rise and Grind, and they got the planner. Ask Liza Myers-Borges and her squad out there at Carter Myers Automotive. Ask Travis Flaherty. Ask my man Mike Overfelt. Ask some of these people, man. I'm telling you, you get your team rising early. Listen, it's not BS, Michael. When I say if you could change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I mean that, man. I mean that. You've got to change the way that people start their day. These old school car guys, they're like, well, I'm going to fight change. I don't get it. That's cool, man. Of course they're going to fight change. It's uncomfortable. That's what we do. We fight change. That's what we do. So just know that, expect that, and just continue to lightly nudge. Starting your day, one of the things I do with all of my dealers that I work with, one of the things I talk to them about, any business that I work with, is like, look, man, how is your business? How do they start their day? What does your mornings look like in your facility, in your play? Are you greeting everybody? Are you having a morning meeting every single day? A morning meeting every single day where you greet your people, where you encourage them, where you listen to their needs, you encourage them, then you advise them on how they can get better, and then you develop them? Are you doing that daily? Because if you listen, encourage, advise, and develop, and do that every single day for your people, over time, you will ultimately affect change. How they start their day is the most important aspect of your business. It really is. And a lot of businesses overlook this. They just let people stroll in, and homeboy grabs the newspaper and got his feet up, and he's got his slippers on like I do right now. And homeboy's, sitting over there watching coffee, and they're talking about Fortnite, and they're hanging about around the water cooler, and it's not productive, and it's much harder to affect change at 12 o'clock in the afternoon than it is at 8:30 in the morning. So if you want to get some of those old school car guys on the team, if you want to get them changing, start with how they start their day. Give them something valuable first thing in the morning so they get excited about your meetings, and watch what happens. It'll blow your mind. What will the schedule for Rise and Grind show be this week, says Shannon. We will not have a show on Wednesday. Christmas Day. Yeah, Christmas Day we won't have a show. Did we do a show last year on Christmas Day? Yeah, I don't think we will. We will not have a show Christmas Day. Other than that, we're good. Maybe. If I don't tell myself I can do different things. What are you doing to prepare to make 2020 your best year yet? What is the first thing you plan on drinking after your water challenge? Things that I'm doing to prepare to make 2020 the best year yet. We're actually doing quite a few things. I'm building a brand new website that will launch on January 1st that really tells the story a lot better than our current website of who I am and the direction that we are headed in. Also in preparation for 2020, I've been working with Brandon, my videographer. We've stepped into the land of TikTok, so we're starting to figure out that social media platform because we have to keep up with what's up, man. And TikTok is it's a big deal right now. So we're planning a to launch some things on TikTok, which will show the lighter side, the fun side of what we're doing. And so that's something that we're preparing for 2020. Another thing that we're preparing to, that I'm preparing to make 2020, to make sure it's my best year yet, is our company is no longer going to be thinking small, like at all. Our company is no longer going to be thinking small. I was doing some research. I was setting up some speaker pages and doing the website and different things like that. And I was just looking at our footprint online. And man, do we have a large footprint online. Rise and Grind has been incredible. You guys are amazing. If you Google search hashtag Rise and Grind or Google search Glenn Lundy, our footprint is huge. It's huge, and yet we're still calling ourselves a small business. We're treating ourselves like a small company, when in reality we're rocking some really big time numbers, and so we need to treat ourselves as that. So just mapping everything out, making sure that we have a through line, right? Making sure that we have a through line. We know exactly what our mission, vision, values are, exactly where we want to go, and starting to map out exactly how we're going to get there. What's up, Isaac Santana? How you doing, Rick Tamburino? Emily Galler came to Kentucky. Well, yeah, you guys have a paint party in the basement. I'm down. Rick Tamburino wants B from the list. Rick Tamburino, that means he wants me to do my life story as my first book. What's your advice for a newly promoted sales manager? My advice for a newly promoted sales manager would be, please, please, please understand that you have not made it. You are just now arriving. You need to develop. You need to understand leadership. You need to be reading like crazy about leadership, because one thing that you'll learn is that it's not the leader's responsibility to drive the results. The leader is responsible for the people that drive the results. That's the biggest thing that I can give to a sales manager. That comes straight from Simon Sinek. Amanda Sander, do you have any recommendations for pursuing entrepreneurial goals without having money to invest in yourself? Yeah, absolutely. Go to YouTube, search John Maxwell, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, and Bob Proctor. Just go to YouTube, search those guys, listen to their videos every single day. Will Smith goals for 2020? Not quite, Sarah Ball. Yeah, I want to meet him and I want him to be on the show. Not super priority for 2020, but before I turn 44 for sure. John Paul Guidry, good to see you, sir. Jim Royal, great to see you. Where are we at on time? Bill Schomburg, my first drink. I haven't figured it out yet. If I can stay up past midnight, I may have a cocktail. But I doubt I can stay up till past midnight. I'll probably be in bed at 11:30, as I normally am, and I'll probably wake up and the first thing will probably be orange juice for me. Get on the pelly, get rid of the belly. Yeah, I got to do that. Somebody drop what time it is. I can't see what time it is. Yeah, man. Shiny object, bro. It's part of us. It's part of what we do. Yeah, Vicky, you're a flamingo, no doubt. Jennifer Jasko, when you started your course, did you have it ready or did you go... When you started your course, did you have it ready or did you go week by week? Which course are you talking about? Grow Your Business for God's Sake course? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Grow Your Business for God's Sake course. Danelle and I mapped that out and then just made adjustments along the way. That's typically what we do. We typically will map out a course and then we'll make adjustments, or I typically will map out a course and then I'll make adjustments along the way based on what feedback I'm getting from the people that are in the course, if it's helping them or not. People sell like the buy. If your leaders lose their shiny object syndromes, sales will drop. That's a fact, Rick. That is an absolute fact. We do not want to squash the personalities of our people. When am I visiting good old Joplin, Missouri? Soon. What is your must read for 2020? If you haven't read Infinite Game by Simon Sinek, you must do it. As far as me, I don't have a must read. Actually, I do have a must read for 2020. I'm going to read How to Win Friends and Influence People again. I always read that every single year, especially when I'm getting ready to go meet somebody. And I am going to be meeting Magic Johnson, who's a longtime idol of mine. I'm going to be meeting him at 10X GrowthCon in February. And so I want to make sure that my How to Win Friends and Influence People game is on point when that happens. Vicky says, you better go live when you open that bucket. You got twanged and everybody wants to see what's behind the chains. Yeah, girl. Old school. Sorry, but that's the problem. Robbie Toomey. Old school. Sorry, but that's the problem. What's up, Robbie Toomey? Robbie Toomey, you know how we changed things up over there at Dane Cummins. Emily Galler, it's fun being a flamingo. Dude, I'm going to drink that stuff up. You guys don't worry about my taste buds. I promise. They're ready. What's up, Deuce Williams? What YouTube channel is playing to open the morning meeting? There's if you search in YouTube, People Are Awesome. Just search for People Are Awesome, and there's hundreds of hours of videos of people doing mind-boggling, mind-expanding things. There's no better way to start the day with your team than showing them that they have more, that there's more they can do, there's more that they're capable of. It's awesome. Let's see. Hi, Dwayne Dewberry. What up, Dwayne? Yeah, we will have a show New Year's Day for sure. We will absolutely have a show on New Year's Day. Randy Kennedy, go get your planner right now, dude. Go get it. Go get it, go get it, go get it. I have my new TV and soundbar up in the conference room ready to have the mood set. Yes, Travis Flaherty, man. Travis, you guys are killing it over there. You've been doing some amazing things with that store. Your culture's incredible. Your sales are going through the roof. It's such an honor and a pleasure working with you, man. All right, cool. Nobody's telling me what time it is. You guys don't want me to go. Gary B got me into TikTok. Dude, it's huge right now. If you're not looking at TikTok and you own a business, you gotta take a look. There's a young lady named Charlie that went on TikTok. Gary Vee talks about it, and she went from 0 followers to 7.5 million in 32 days. And she's just an average, like, cool girl that dances and stuff. She now has 11.5 million followers. 11.5 million followers in a month and a half. I mean, the exposure, 11.5 million followers? Are you kidding me? You got to check out a platform that can do something like that for real. Worldwide and growing. Keep learning, sales manager. That's right, Travis. Nathaniel Banks, have a good one. Lead from the front. Be the first one there, last one to leave. True that. My 8-year-old daughter just heard you say my name. Now she thinks I am somebody. You are, Rick. Thanks, Ray Hatcher. Ray, dude, that picture of you, that Santa Claus picture is awesome. Dale Carnegie also, yes, huge. Oh, is it 6? Nathaniel says 5:04. Okay, 6:01. Okay, so it is after 6 o'clock, so I got to go. What's Bruce say right there? You changed my perspective in 2019. Thank you. Awesome, Bruce. You're the man. There we go, 6:07. All right, hey. Listen, my friends, thanks for tuning in for the impromptu Q&A. Pew, 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 pew. Hashtag Rise and Grind. Not our normal way of doing things, but hey, just keeping it real. I convinced myself. I did. I convinced myself. I was able to sleep in for an extra sleep cycle. My wife, on the other hand, informed me that today is Monday, December 23rd, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very last time it'll ever be. Monday, December 23rd, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Fair enough? Fair enough. Let's rock and roll. Hey, do me a favor. Get after it today. Have a big day today. If you need more videos like this, you can go to glenlundy.com. You're welcome to go there. If you need some Rise and Grind gear, order it now. Order it this morning. Bam, 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 bam. My wife will ship it out immediately. You might still get it by Christmas. I don't know. Christmas is Wednesday? Probably not. But you can get your planner by New Year's for sure so that you can start off the new year the right way, and you can get planners for your team. I'm telling you, when you get your team all on the same page, literally the same page, you can move mountains. So go get your planners, go watch more episodes. Most importantly, though, come back here again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do this all over again. I will also have another episode a little bit later today with all my stuff. So make sure you tune in for that. But most importantly, come back here tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do this all over again on #Rise and Grind. Have a great day. Woo! Crazy! Just waking up and hopping straight on. Just like, wake up, live, pow! 75 people, pow, live, all up in your face. You crazy? Man.